For decades, it's been the golden rule of personal finance. Build an emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of living expenses, tucked away safely in a savings account. It's preached by every financial guru, every blog, every well-meaning parent. And for good reason, right? Emergencies happen. Life throws curveballs. A safety net is essential. But what if I told you that this sacred cow, this bedrock of financial security, is actually making you poorer? What if the very thing you're doing to protect yourself is silently eroding your wealth, costing you hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime, and keeping you from true financial freedom? Today, we're going to challenge this conventional wisdom. We'll expose the hidden costs of the traditional emergency fund, and, more importantly, reveal how to build a smarter, more powerful safety net that actually grows your wealth instead of shrinking it. The primary culprit behind your emergency fund making you poorer is, once again, inflation. We talked about it with the invisible tax on your paycheck, but it's even more critical here. If you have $10,000 sitting in a traditional savings account earning a paltry 0.01% interest, and inflation is running at 3%, which is a conservative estimate over the long term, you are effectively losing 2.99% of your purchasing power every single year. Think about that. You're diligently saving, you're being responsible, but your money is literally shrinking in value. Over 10 years, that $10,000 emergency fund will only have the purchasing power of about $7,400. You've lost $2,600 without spending a dime. It's like trying to fill a bucket with water, but the bucket has invisible holes. You're putting in effort, but the water level keeps dropping. This isn't a safety net, it's a slow financial bleed. But it's not just about the numbers. It's about the cost of waiting. For every year you wait to move your money into an environment where it can outpace inflation, you aren't just losing 3%. You're losing the compounding growth that money could have generated. Waiting just 1 year to start investing $500 a month can cost you over $100,000 in the long run. That is a massive, invisible penalty for inaction. Beyond inflation, the traditional emergency fund imposes a massive opportunity cost. This is the money you could have earned but didn't, because your capital was tied up in a low-yield account. Let's compare Marcus and Jake. Both have $15,000. Marcus, following conventional advice, puts his $15,000 into a savings account. Jake, on the other hand, decides to invest his $15,000 into a broad market index fund, knowing he has other layers of protection. After 20 years, assuming a modest 7% average annual return for Jake and 3% inflation for Marcus, Marcus's $15,000 emergency fund now has the purchasing power of roughly $8,000. Jake's $15,000, however, has grown to over $60,000. That's a difference of over $50,000 from a single decision. This isn't about being reckless. It's about understanding that every dollar has a job. A dollar sitting idle in a low-interest account isn't just being lazy, it's actively costing you the potential for massive wealth creation. You're paying an inaction tax on your future self. The safe path is often the most expensive one in the long run. The traditional emergency fund also creates a subtle psychological trap. While it promises security, it often delivers a false sense of it, coupled with unnecessary anxiety. Many people with a fully funded emergency fund still feel stressed about money, constantly worried about the what-ifs. They're pushing a boulder uphill, saving for an unknown future, often at the expense of living in the present or investing for a better future. This also ties into the concept of delayed gratification taken to an extreme. While delayed gratification is crucial for wealth building, an oversized, underperforming emergency fund means you're delaying gratification not for growth, but for stagnation. You're sacrificing potential returns today for a what if that might never materialize or could be handled more efficiently. The danger here is a psychological phenomenon called the Hedonic Treadmill. We humans are wired to return to a baseline level of happiness very quickly after a positive event. Reaching a savings goal feels good for a moment, but the payment for that security, the lost growth, stays with you for years. It's a tax on your peace of mind and your financial progress. So, if the traditional emergency fund is making you poorer, what's the alternative? The answer isn't to be reckless. It's to build a modern, multi-layered safety net that protects you without penalizing your wealth growth. Think of it like this. You don't need one giant, stagnant pool of water. You need several smaller, dynamic layers of protection. Layer 1, the quick access cash. 1-2 months expenses in high-yield savings account. This is your true emergency cash. It's enough to cover immediate, unexpected expenses without touching investments. But crucially, it's in a high-yield savings account, earning 4-5% interest, not 0.01%. This helps combat inflation and keeps your money working for you, even if modestly. Layer 2. The flexible bridge, low-interest line of credit card. For larger but still short-term emergencies, a low-interest credit card or a personal line of credit can act as a bridge. The key is low interest and the discipline to pay it off quickly. This frees up your cash to be invested, knowing you have access to funds if truly needed. Layer 3. The growth engine. Accessible investments. For longer-term or larger emergencies, your brokerage account or other accessible investments like a Roth IRA, which allows penalty-free withdrawal of contributions, can serve as a powerful safety net. This money is growing, outpacing inflation, and generating wealth. You only tap into it if absolutely necessary, but it's there, working for you. Layer 4. The ultimate shield. Insurance. This is often overlooked. Health insurance, disability insurance, and even term life insurance are your ultimate emergency funds for catastrophic events. They protect your wealth from being wiped out by medical bills or loss of income, allowing your other layers to continue growing. This is the foundation of true security. Let's revisit Marcus. In our previous scenario, he had $15,000 in a traditional savings account, losing purchasing power. Now, Marcus implements the modern safety net. He keeps $3,000 2 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account, earning 4.5%. The remaining $12,000 invested in a low-cost index fund, alongside his regular monthly investments. He also ensures he has a low-interest credit card with a $10,000 limit for true emergencies and robust health and disability insurance. Fast forward 20 years, his $3,000 high-yield savings account has grown slightly, maintaining its purchasing power, but his $12,000 now invested has grown to over $48,000, contributing significantly to his overall wealth. More importantly, his total net worth has accelerated dramatically because his capital is working efficiently. Old Marcus was protected, but stagnant. New Marcus is protected, growing, and confident. He's no longer on the treadmill. He's sitting on a porch, looking at a sunset. He looks at his phone not for a payday notification, but just to check the time. He's at peace. The difference isn't about having less money for emergencies. It's about having smarter money for emergencies. Ready to stop letting your emergency fund make you poor? Here's your 4-step action plan to build a smarter, wealth-growing safety net. Step 1. Audit your current emergency fund. How much do you have? Where is it? What interest rate is it earning? Be honest with yourself about its true cost. Step 2. Optimize your quick access cash. Move 1-2 months of essential expenses into a high-yield savings account. This is your immediate buffer. Research the best high-yield savings account rates available today. Step 3. Leverage your investments for deeper protection. Take any excess cash beyond your 1-2 month buffer and strategically invest it. Consider low-cost index funds in a taxable brokerage account or Roth IRA contributions, which can be withdrawn penalty-free. This money will grow, providing a more powerful safety net over time. Step 4. Shield yourself with proper insurance. Review your health, disability, and term life insurance policies. These are your ultimate protection against catastrophic financial events, far more effective than a giant pile of cash for major life disruptions. And finally, automate the opportunity. This is the cheat code. Set up an automatic transfer to an investment account, even if it's just $50 a month. By automating it, you remove the psychological tax of having to choose to save. You're paying your future self first, and you're letting the power of compounding turn your small seeds into a forest of freedom. The goal of an emergency fund is security, but true financial security isn't found in stagnation, it's found in intelligent growth and layered protection. By challenging conventional wisdom and adopting a smarter approach, you can transform your emergency fund from a wealth-eroding liability into a powerful asset that contributes to your financial freedom. Stop letting fear keep your money from working for you. Take control, build your layered safety net, and watch your wealth grow, even in emergencies. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, it helps us reach more people, and subscribe for more insights into building real wealth. What's your biggest takeaway from today's video? Let me know in the comments below.